What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and we're talking Terra Luna, your daily update, and this one is dead interesting because people or the community say no, developers say yes. Make sure you subscribe to the channel for all your Terra Luna content. Let's jump straight into this one. So currently 18.78, been between the 18.7s and the 19.2s. Trading slightly down, just 2.5%, but you can see this really nice level of consolidation. You see the Bollinger Bands are squeezing, which means that the swing trading is becoming less and less. Volume slightly down, but I think people are eagerly anticipating what is about to land. Now, everyone's already talking about this. They did do the provisional or the revival plan preliminary vote for the V2. So if you're not sure that what that's talking about, they were going to fork the Luna blockchain to the new one to kind of remove that the kind of issues you had with the blockchain, remove the UST, take away the algorithmic stablecoin about it so that it doesn't have to interact with two different coins. And it's been completely rejected on the main by the community. You can see there 4,495 voters and 92% have rejected to zero. Now, here's my views on this. I do think it's interesting that people have said no instantly. I do think we need to know more about the blockchain because ultimately it could be the right thing to do. It might not be, but I do think people have to just be understanding of it a little bit more. Now, I wanted to put this in the thing because everyone's talking about burns. Everyone, you know, if you don't want to move to a V2, then the only other option realistically is to burn. And I guess I wanted to sort of, you know, give some clarity to this to the community. But Terra to burn 1.4 billion UST and stake 240 million Luna to stop the billion. So this is when it kind of went wrong. This is 5 days ago, May the 12th, when it all started to be sold off. Why is it important? Because they've chucked 1.4 billion UST to stop it from collapsing. That means that they will do it. That means they can do it. And that means they're absolutely not afraid to do it. So I think where people are saying, you know, well, if we don't move to a V2, that's it. The burn mechanism is another possibility. I think there is definitely a more volatile risk to it, but it does state that they are going to be unprepared to do it. Now, here is some more dead interesting news. So these are all developers that build on the blockchain. If you don't know what the Terra blockchain is, it allows decentralized applications to build on their blockchain. Now, here is the interesting bit. Chainlayer commits to validating on the new Terra network. BTC Secure support the launch of a new Terra money chain where we will ensure the reliability of consensus as a highly secure and stable validator. Sigma also, the Sigma grind set continues on Terra V2. So you've got the community on one side saying no. You've got developers saying we're happy to go and validate this blockchain. So I think we're in a really interesting place where this is going to go one way or the other. And I think right now that's why we are seeing this squeeze in terms of volume, that people are just waiting to see what happens. What's going to happen from Duqua? What's going to be the announcement? Are we going to go back and see a revised V2? Are we going to go back and find a burn mechanism that comes out? Now, you know, we are burning tokens. The last number I saw was about 30 million tokens on a 24-hour period. I think it's been as high as about 50 million. When we looked at it on my live stream, you know, we are definitely burning tokens as part of the mechanism they've got applied there. A lot of people have been asking me about the wormhole feature. I wanted just to cover that on this. So this is the wormhole from the Terra website, and ultimately it is a bridging mechanism to move from one source to another. So you can see here from Solana to Ethereum through this bridge. Equally, this supports the movement of burn tokens into the wallets. The portal is a bridge that offers unlimited transfers across chains for tokens and NFTs wrapped by wormholes. That's when you get the wrapped Luna. Unlike many other bridges, you avoid double wrapping and never have to retrace your steps. So very straightforward, but this is where we're seeing part of these transactions are sending tokens to the burn wallet. Now, again, we did see this from Duqua, and it says here 99, sorry, this is from Unstable Duqua, but this is replying to Stable Chain. 90% of the community wants to burn, but Stable One and Terra Money won't listen and don't read Angora. They just keep inflating the price, now inflating the supply. Now, we haven't seen that fully. I think there's definitely still a bit to work through in terms of what we're looking at. From what I'm looking at, it looks like it is deflating, and there is obviously the ambition to move onto this V2 vote. Now, overwhelming the community is saying no. Again, I do think it's interesting the community say no, and the developers say yes. Here's my view. Do I think we're going to see some movement? Absolutely. I think as this squeezes, we are waiting for an announcement for Duqua, and I think when we get that, we could start to see some bullish movement in the uptrend. It's a long way to go back to the dollar mark. I know people want to see it, but I think given the amount of tokens that some people are going to have right now, it's going to be completely unstable in terms of what it offers. But can I see some moves in this? Yes. Can I see people making money? Yes. What it has built is an incredibly strong community that sits behind this project. Incredibly strong community. And when you have a strong community, you start to build amazing projects. So this one is going to be one we need to keep an eye on. Certainly we'll be covering it every day on the channel. So if you haven't already, please consider clicking that subscribe button, because it doesn't cost you anything. There's no Patreons or memberships. Just subscribe for daily cryptocurrency content. In particular right now, all the news about Terra Luna. But let me know in the comments down below, are you still invested? Are you chucking more in? And I'll see you guys in the next video.